Security personnel started shooting as there have been reports of between 20 and 100 individuals died. The next day, the scenes are unusual. Day of protest, what are Syrians now requesting? Egyptians and Tunisians just triumphed. And Libyans are presently engaged in combat for broad political change. Bashar Al-Assad, the president of Syria, is still many people's hero. Additionally, there are increasing protests emerged today a short distance from the president's hometown. Hello and welcome to KYC News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Syria is said to be moving quickly, having passed the point of no return. Homs is referred to be the capital of the revolution. Opposition against President Bashar al-Assad has existed for almost a year. Protest Day is on Friday. It nearly has a carnival vibe, yet it's an anti-carnival. As the Homs people recount what people think about the president. Mohammed Abhash, a 12-year-old kid, was employed here. He has struggled for the previous 4 months to maintain a hurt child, a living girl in a dystopian society. Kids mature quickly. A world of sudden, violent death by gunfire, rockets, bombs, and snipers. Execution of a kidnap. I then left dressed as all the men in the neighbor. I couldn't receive much assistance to aid. I got closer after observing them dragging the fragments of the children and the bodies. Following this occurrence, the schools must be halted because it was close. They believe it to be simply too risky to travel. For instruction, and the parents and family are too afraid. The city's final garden is run by Abu Ward. Center, however, Abu Ward's planet is a rebel-held one. Aleppo and the persistent bombing by the Assad regime and the Russians today, midst of a field of recently cut flowers. War in Aleppo looks too incredible to be true. In the latter days of May, it vanished. 6 weeks after our intense encounter, Russian and Syrian government bombardment. Once more, a bomb dropped nearby. Garden shop. Nonetheless, Abu Wad was struck and died. Immediately, the daycare center is closed and nobody visits. No longer buy flowers, music. She is 9 months along in her pregnancy, and when you were involved in one of the bombings, she was en route to the hospital. Close to labor on foot. What the physicians are worried about most is the shrapnel in her stomach. If it killed her child. In the forefront of the housing development in West Aleppo, 3,000 Syrian government troops are engaged in combat off rebels that have been attempting to elude for more than a week into East Aleppo. Do you consider the opposing side to be human? As you, are they not also Syrians like you? Yeah, any of you experienced the loss of relatives in this conflict? Your head nods. Music, kind remarks for a youngster who is lost to itself. Music, Aleppo is a dismal location with a persistent decreasing number of survival, and these are the final examples. Fatima is the last surviving adult of 3 households whose residential building was destroyed by a bomb from Russia or Syria. Music, children in Aleppo live there. Have ceased, why did you leave me? She cries. The daughter she claims to be her rock, realizing that this subject is being asked here, has the final Islamic State combatants have fled a week ago, but Yarmouth is still there. In a siege, government forces only permit the fortunate few return, and daily, like Rania, she is a single mother, and her kids 5 and 7. She lost her husband to a stroke, and desperate to return home. However, the soldiers assert that the traditional path back is barred. She'll have to make a considerably longer loop around. Path looking for crumbs in the trash, attempting to put together some kind of life. They left the province of Aleppo to avoid the war. They were followed to Idlib, though. Finally, some treasure. Even if it's plastic and broken, there are some good things among the wreckage. Now foreign Ibrahim suffered harm and was traumatized by weeks prior to a vulnerable target, an airstrike, a truce in March. Right, he seems harsh in his statements. But Ibrahim is now deaf and cannot hear him. Has lost a leg and is mute. Actually, Kinju is speaking to himself. Thinking back on a life he had no control over choosing, we have been invited by Dr. Saleh Eden Asalas to the hospital's intensive care unit. COVID instances have increased in this area since July. He's now treating battle wounds as opposed to them. Syrians traverse the waters in northern Aleppo. Frosty mud. 6 million people have left the nation. Within the next 6 million people are relocated, many in camps around the world. Forgotten Syria. But the pain doesn't end there, neither the pursuit of justice. Thank you for watching, and see you on next video.